The truck rumbles down the highway towards Bakersfield, California, a legendary location of the Bakersfield Sound and countless songs. But to you right now, all you can think about are what has happened in the last 24 hours. As the truck heads down the highway, uh, it's driven by Balzac. And we'll start with Balzac. What are you doing? What's going through your mind right now?
Balzac is looking out the window and he's wondering what the fuck happened in his life to bring him to this point. Um, how did he meet these people? And why is Mrs. Hollingsworth, his boss, punishing him for some unknown slight and keeping him here?
DeRoss, you're in the passenger seat of the truck, sitting beside Balzac. What are you thinking of? What's going on with you?
Ross is also kind of reflecting on, you know, it was supposed to be a simple job. How did we get here? And just how ridiculous this, I mean, in terms of jobs, how ridiculous this has gotten now, having been brought up to speed by the others. We're talking, talking animals, brain transplants. This goes well beyond the kind of crimes or the kind of jobs that he's done, but seeing the reaction to all of them upon finding their friend, he at least wants to make sure that they're able to see it through.
Does it make you nervous?
Only the uncertainty, the fact that most things are fairly cut and dry, and this job went off the rails almost immediately, and there's been no adaptation to bring it back into any sort of plan. So there's that, basically just being unsettled with how uncertain everything is. But although he would not admit it to them, they do seem fairly capable. So it's just kind of tempered with, uncertainty.
Now, your character, DeRoss, is a little bit older than these folks. You're the same age as Slicks, or around the same age as Slicks. Do you think there's a part of you that wants to take charge, or is there a part of you that just thinks like just let them be and learn on their own?
It's hard to say after seeing what had become of Slicks, who in DeRoss's mind had thought was their mentor, was kind of keeping them, making anyone that Slicks worked with sort of a well-oiled machine and keeping them in line. DeRoss has sort of wanted to keep back, aka I don't want to get close to anyone because this is a job, but perhaps, you know, there might be something they can learn. There might be something that he can teach, but so far, he's really here to handle the tech and any of the physical and the surveillance and the fighting they can do. But he's mostly concerned with as long as they all come back alive.
Gotcha. Tab, you're in the back seat. So this is an extended cab on this truck. There's two seats in the back, two seats in the front. What are you doing? What's going through your mind?
Tap's also sort of staring out the window. Uh, just sort of, she's rummaged through her bag and she's holding a copy of it. It looks like it's a bit of an agent. It's a little bit of tech, and anyone who notices or looks closely enough might notice that it's a bit of Billy's tech that was discovered destroyed in the cell that she was in. And she's just quiet, looking out the window, thinking about Cicero, thinking about Billy, thinking about, I didn't expect these people to move into my apartment building and become my family. And, there's a whole lot of one of the dangers of loving someone is eventually losing them. And, is it better to not become involved with people? That way you don't have to avenge them. That way your apartment building doesn't get blown up. That way you don't have to break anyone's knees. I mean, you miss out on a lot of experiences that way, but like this is what we're doing. Sort of tired of avenging. We'll keep doing it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Avenging is a lot.
Benching is a lot, but this is an opportunity. Maybe this is an opportunity to stop avenging loss and reclaiming some of the things that you've lost in your life, like your neighborhood, your community members, your friends and your family. They might be in Bakersfield. This might be an opportunity to get them back. Is that going through Tabs' mind?
Tab's a little scared about what they're going to find in Bakersfield. There are a lot of possibilities. And Tab's excited a little bit. Like, she's still got like that little bit of hope, that optimism about finding her people. But it's like crumpling a piece of paper. Like, you're never gonna smooth it all out again. Once you get buildings collapsed on you and betrayal by, people you like, and she's really nervous and scared, and that hope is a good thing, but it's also what gets you in the end. So just try not to hope too much.
Alicat, you're sitting also on the back. You're sitting beside Tab. What are you doing? What's going through your mind?
I'm sitting in the bed of the truck.
Oh, you're sitting in the bed of the truck. My mistake. Sorry.
Sitting in the bed of the truck.
Okay.
Kind of nestled between Sophia's crate and the side of the truck. Alicat doesn't really want to be around anybody right now. She's got the jumpsuits that they had on. She's got hers unzipped down to her waist, tied the sleeves around, and she's just kind of like sitting there in like a tank top, kind of feeling as much of the wind as she can, feeling kind of the air going past her ears, so she can't really hear anything, which is what she wants right now. And she's got in her lap the little Tupperware container and the ferret that they found in the creepy wall dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of holding them and thinking about all the things that Arasaka and Reclaim have taken from her. And it's been a lot of things and a lot of people over a great many years. And she doesn't really know right now how to be around the others without becoming unbearably angry. She doesn't know if she'll be able to kind of hold in all of her feelings, and she doesn't like having feelings in public.
What are your thoughts about heading towards Bakersfield and potentially being able to see or rescue even your community?
She wants nothing more than to be able to take some things back from, she's sick of having things and people taken away from her, and she wants to go take them back. She doesn't even have like a particular necessarily like emotional attachment to people, but they were people that she knew, and they were the people, in her building, on her block. And when she thinks about it, and she thinks about the kind of person she's been in the progress of becoming and unbecoming. She thinks, what would Slicks do? And this is something she thinks about a lot. There's like, what would Slicks do if she is trying to be a person who's part of a community? If she's going to stay in Letitia Heights, if she's going to stay in Tab's building, she has to think about, the greatest fixer in Night City. What would he do? And Slicks would go back and get them. Even if Alley Cat wouldn't, Slicks would, so she's going to.
Well, sort of funny you should mention Slicks. So as you're thinking that, and as you're kind of gazing at the scenery as you go by, and it's nighttime, it's dark. You see the occasional light out in the hills, or even a passing car every now and then. And your agent lights up. Alley Cat, geez, what a crazy day it's been, huh?
It's not the craziest day I've had, Barry.
No, but it's certainly up there. It's sure been up there. Listen, you got a message from Slicks. Do you want me to read it for you?
Yes, please.
I'm not going to impersonate Slicks. I think that'd be cultural appropriation, so I'm not going to do his accent. But I'll just read it out.
Your accent's fine, Barry.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. So Slick says, hey, Alley Cat, I'm not with you guys. You probably know that because I'm not in the truck. I need to tie up a loose end. And I need to know what the hell's going on. But I trust you to lead these guys to Bakersfield and do the right thing. Get our people back, Alley Cat. I'm counting on you. I'll be in touch once I know a little bit more. And then it just it's signed Slicks with an emoji, and the emoji is a cigar in a hat, Cuban hat. So, and like a car with a skid, like, and the tires are skidding, like burning. So anyway, I thought I should pass that on to you.
Thanks, Barry. Was this one sent only to me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure, bud.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll let them know when we get there. No use worrying people now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I trust, Hey, listen. You know what you're doing. I'm just going to go back to sleep now.
Thanks, Barry.
Do you want to play any music? I've got the Tragically Hip back catalog stored on here. Bare Naked Ladies, got some Alanis Morissette, Gordon Lightfoot, Joni Mitchell, Sum 41.
Oh, that's an antique. That's truly classy.
The Angry Beavers, which is a more contemporary thing.
Okay. Actually, if you could, Balzac's agent?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. Can you send him something for me then?
Yeah, for sure, bud.
Okay, what I need is a compilation of every single song that Avril Lavigne has ever performed. Every single one.
Oh, even like the deep cuts.
Yes, every single one.
The Chad Kroeger, Avril Lavigne acoustic concert that wasn't really published, but it was like a private recording that was done. It's like 4 hours long. Yeah.
Anything you got. Anything you got. Just
again,
send it to him.
Do you want the original Lavigne or do you want the clone?
I am open-minded and I don't discriminate. So really either, both.
All right, I'm going to just kind of override a couple things and get ready for 4 hours of Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroeger singing acoustic covers of their own recordings.
Perfect.
And with that, Balzac, you hear music coming from your agent, and it's just the worst sound you've ever heard in your life.
Balzac is gonna What is this?
So Balzac, your agent lights up. Now playing 4 hours of Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroger live in Bracebridge.
Wait, and then he's gonna tap his thing, and then he's gonna be like looking up. Then he's gonna say, "He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious? He was a punk, she did ballet. What more can I say?" And for the rest of the trip to Bakersfield, he is going to be singing at the top of his lungs.
Yeah, so 20 minutes goes by. And for those of you in the truck, I'm sure you're wanting to stab something into your eye. And just as you're like at your breaking points, a very bright light shines on the truck. And Alley Cat, you get a better view because you look up and there's an AV4 that is swooped down from the air, and it is shining a spotlight onto the truck, and you can just through squinted eyes make out an Arasaka logo on the bottom of this craft.
Well, don't like that.
Balzac, what are you doing? You're driving.
So I see this light.
Yeah.
And Balzac is gonna like ram into the horn. And he's going to do it dun 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 dun.
And without a voice comes over a loudspeaker. Pull the truck over and give us Dr. Suzuki now. You are under arrest by Arasaka.
How many times have we been under arrest from these fuckers? Like, why don't they learn to just fuck off? Why don't they learn to fuck right off?
Over now, or we will shoot your tires out.
With that, Balzac is going to gradually slow the vehicle down.
Okay. And as you slow it down, the 84 pulls up a little bit ahead of you and starts hovering in front of you.
All right, what the fuck do you what okay, I stopped. What the fuck do you want now?
Put your hands on the steering wheel and lower your windows and put your hands in the air as we retrieve Dr. Suzuki.
All right. So Balzac is going to roll down the window, and he's going to put his hands on the steering wheel. And as he puts his hands on the steering wheel, he's going to sort of glance down at the golf bag, which is between the driver's and the passenger seat, and he's going to note that the one iron is sort of leaning out, and he's about to fuck some people up.
Just before we get into that, I just want to point out that this is 2045. And the last time I saw any kind of vehicle with a rolly window was like 1997.
Thank you. Okay.
For those of you who are only listening, Gary rolled the window down like a hand crank. If you are listening to this audio only, you need to know that. Like, hand crank motion and everything.
And we all judged him for it.
100%, yes.
I don't know why I put myself through this. I'm fucking attacked every week.
No, I think it's charming that you would think that a truck built 25 years from now would have rolly window levers.
Fuck all of you.
So without the 84, it lands right in front of you. Do you stop the truck?
100%, yeah. It could come to a complete stop.
The side door opens up and a ramp comes down, and 6 Arasaka soldiers pop out of the side of the 84. 2 of them kneel down immediately and point their weapons, assault rifles, at the windshields. And the 4 head towards the back of the truck. 2 of them get to the sides, and they
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Are we rolling for initiative already?
Let's just get a lay of the land here before we get them to the truck. So what kind of armor are they wearing?
They are wearing medium armor, Jack, from what you can tell. So
Perfect.
black armor, Arasaka armor. They are not wearing masks, although they're wearing headsets with the thing that comes down with the microphone. Um, yeah, and they all have assault rifles.
Oh, that's great news. So how close do they get to the truck as they're walking forward?
Well, you tell me when they stop, because I was going to get them to come right up to the truck. So the two that are kneeling are about 20 feet away,
Mm-hmm.
just like maybe like 2 feet in front of the AV4, which, by the way, has a pretty fancy looking machine gun mounted on the top of it that's pointed at you. And then the other four they're starting to move towards you. So they're maybe now 15 feet away from you.
Great. So, Balzac is, I mean, Balzac has stopped the truck, and he's going to look at his friends, air quotes for everybody listening, and he's going to hit the gas.
Ooh. All right, let's roll initiative.
I almost pulled an Amy and rolled a d20. I almost did that.
Balzac doesn't even need the d20.
I mean, you're not wrong. Sorry, 41.
What?
41.
Mac and cheese monkey.
I mean, I rolled 2 10s and a 9. What do you want from me? Oh, sorry, 39. I'm not sure if that makes a difference. My bonus is plus 10, not plus 12.
Alicat.
11.
17?
And DeRoss.
I keep rolling ones, and I do not like this. That's a 5.
All right. Okay.
We all average out. It's fine. Have some of Balzac's.
Honestly, Balzac has enough initiative for all of us, so yeah.
So I'm gonna have to look up vehicle ramming speed, is what you're saying, or
Yeah.
vehicle damage.
Yeah.
Also, just Emma, so that we can establish this, the second that she saw the Arasaka AV4, Alicat like put her thing back on. She's like, "Well, can't do this with bare arms."
Yeah, no, all of you would have had a chance. Tab or DeRoss, did you want to do anything to get ready for an encounter with Arasaka?
I honestly thought we were just gonna have well, it was quiet until the Avril Lavigne ride to Bakersfield, and yeah, there's no preparing for this. This is some bullshit.
What about like literally anything you know about us would have indicated this would have been a nice quiet ride to Bakersfield.
Well, to be fair, I only met you, I think, roughly 2 to 3 days ago. So
It's true. I think it's been like maybe 56 hours.
yeah, you know.
You rev up the engine and you propel the truck forward. Okay, so 5 out of the 6 are able to get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
They jump. 1 does not, and of course the AV4 takes the full brunt of the truck. So the bad news for those guys is, or the guy in there, he takes 66.
34 points of damage. So my goal was to, I mean, ideally hit those guys, but whatever. If I didn't, I missed. But really, it was to minimize the effect of the machine gun on the top of the AV4 and hopefully disable it so it couldn't take off again.
Yeah, so you slam into the AV4. You basically kind of run over the guy. He takes a lot of damage. You don't kill him, but he takes a lot. But you continue over him, so he's under the truck, and you have slammed into the AV4. And I'm going to say that you are combined together. The machine gun right now as it is not able to hit the truck because it can't go below the lip of the roof. However, everyone involved, including y'all, suffer from the whiplash critical injury. And we'll just quickly go onto that page to see what whiplash.
Increases base death save penalty by 1.
Oh, is that it? There's no like.
No. Sorry. It's less bad for the heroes.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you have broken his leg. Yeah, so you run over his leg, which is awful. How dare you?
Perfect. So yeah, I rolled an 8 and I broke his leg. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, good job. So Tab, your neck is a little achy after getting whipped forward as your friend just drove this truck into the AV4. You see that there are 2 guys to the left and 3 guys to the right of this truck, and they're kind of like collecting themselves. But yeah, you have your initiative or your shot.
Balzac, you could have warned us that you're gonna gas it. Could have like braced ourselves, made sure we had our safety equipment on.
You're fine. You're safety equipment.
Tab will reach into her bag, pull out her shotgun that is still loaded with a spread shot instead of directed, and Balzac is gonna maybe thank her for this. And she is going to aim. I had pictured her sitting directly behind Balzac so that she and Duras could make like eye contact and roll their eyes at each other behind Balzac's back.
Yep. So there would be 2 on your side of the truck.
Yeah. So I'm going to aim to the right to try and have that distance between me and them so that my shotgun can have some more spread and hopefully take out more of them.
So let me just get this clear. You're going to fire your shotgun in the cab through the window out the right-hand side?
Yeah, it's a terrible idea, but
But
I acknowledge that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. Well, why don't you make me your shot with your shotgun?
Yes. All right.
Well, she said-
I got a 17 plus a 13, which is a 30.
Oh.
So that exploded.
Yeah. So the DV is 13, and every target in front of you will take 3d6 damage. I'm going to roll, or why don't you, DeRoss, roll me a percentile dice, and if it's 20% or less, so 20 or below, you also get hit by this.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Hold on a second.
I mean, there's an 80% chance you're going to be fine, but Amy is involved, so. All right. So, DeRoss, what is your roll?
That was an 83.
Oh, okay. So the pellets
Don't sound so disappointed, okay?
So the pellets shatter the glass of the window, and it nail those 3 soldiers. So they each take 3d6 damage. Please, Tab, can you roll me the damage?
I got a whopping 15 points of damage.
Ooh. Did you roll 2 6s?
I rolled 5.
3 5s.
Oh no! I rolled 5d6. So that's what my shotgun does. So am I doing it wrong?
Well, when you're doing a spread, it's 3d6.
Oh, okay.
5d6 is for the slug.
Oh, okay.
I was like, on 3d6, that's good, but.
All right. So then
Damn.
I got, I just re-rolled and I got a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 12 on 3d6.
Unfortunately, that's not enough to go through the SP of the 3 soldiers.
But now maybe they'll back off.
Maybe they will. Maybe they
Shot
will.
again.
I'm gonna guess no, as the 2 on the right side or on the left side are going to fire, and one's gonna fire at Tab, and the other's gonna fire at Balzac. Even though Balzac has ducked down below the windshield, they're gonna fire into the door. So the one that's firing into the door, 15. So they hit the door. Let's see if any of the damage goes through the SP of the truck. So 3 points of damage goes through the door and hits you, Balzac. Are you wearing your armor?
Mm-hmm.
So it probably just glances off your bing. Gets absorbed by your armor.
Absolute toolbox.
The other one will fire at Amy. I'm going to say there is a, let's say a 20% chance that it hits you from the shoulders up. Otherwise, it will go through the door. They go through the door, so he hits the door. Oh, ooh. So that's a 24, which 9 points goes through the door and hits you, Amy. Does that go through your armor, or are you wearing any armor?
It's probably for the best. Yes, I have light armor jack on.
Oh, great. What's your SP?
11?
Yeah, so it doesn't even go through your SP.
Okay. Does it matter if I didn't give you enough? Like, I didn't add my reflex to my shot earlier? That would have made it 7 points higher.
It wouldn't have changed the damage value, so
Okay.
you still
I
hit
just wanna
them,
make-
but yeah.
It would have just been more awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the other 3. Well, the one who's under the truck is gonna, he's dragging himself out from underneath the truck, and he gets to the left side, but he's still on the ground. He's got a broken leg. He's gasping for air. The first one on the right side is going to fire at DeRoss. Again, 20% chance that it hits DeRoss shoulder up. Nope, they hit the door. Oh, it doesn't even go through the door's armor. Boop, 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 boop. That's the sound it makes, by the way. That's a very official sound. The second one will fire at Alley Cat. And Alley Cat, I'm going to say there's a 50-50 chance that it hits you, but it doesn't hit the body of the truck. And 1 point goes through the side of the truck. Does that ablate or go through your armor? Are you wearing any armor?
I am wearing armor.
So I'm sure your armor does more than 1 SP.
Yes,
And then
it does.
the third one, I'm going to say odds are Alley Cat, evens are DeRoss. Odds are Alley Cat. And it fires at the door again. Ooh. 10. So 5 points goes through the body of the truck. And I don't know if that exceeds your armor or not.
No.
Alrighty. And with that, you hear the screeching of the AV4, and I'm gonna see if the pilot is trying to disengage the AV4 seems stuck onto the front of the truck, and he's not able to shake it this round. So the AV4 is still stuck to the truck. With that, I'll give it to Alley Cat. Your turn.
How far away? I'm if I like pop up, so I'm standing in the back of the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
How far away are the 2 to the left, the 3 to the right, and the AV4 in front of us?
They're not far, so they had to like kind of dodge out of the way. So they didn't have really like a full like running movement. They were just kind of like leaping. So I'm going to say they are within 10 feet of the truck on either side.
Okay. So for the AV4, is it open at all? Or is it just the windshield is facing us of the AV4?
So
Like, is
the
it facing
windshield,
us or to the side?
it's facing you, but the ramp is still down. So on the side of the AV4, it's still open. And I'm going to say that's like 30 feet away from you guys.
30 feet. All right. And you said the one who was under the truck is on the left side now?
Yeah, he's maybe 5 feet from the truck. He's on the ground. He's prone. He's on his stomach.
Cool, cool. Which side are the two who shot at me?
On the right side.
Cool. So I'm going to reach into my bag or my pockets because, of course, these coveralls must have pockets. Probably got it from a dude. And I'm going to dig out a grenade out of my bag.
You're lucky it's men's overalls. Otherwise, half a grenade could fit into the pocket.
A grenade pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to steal coveralls, steal it from a dude.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna toss one of those poison grenades. I'm gonna aim it far enough so the range on it is gonna be 10 meters, right? So I'm gonna throw it far enough that it's not gonna hit the truck. Like the area of effect's not gonna hit the truck. So it'd be kind of like back a bit.
Alrighty. Sounds good. You want me to make me a roll, please?
Sure. I know in the past you have had me do athletics check for my softball arm.
Yes.
Okay, that. And that's going to be a 15.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're able to get the 3. Now, what are the effects of your poison grenade?
All right, so a poison grenade does no damage, but anyone who's hit by the attack has to attempt a DV13 resist torture drugs check. And if they fail, they take 2d6 directly to HP with no ablation.
Oh gosh, okay. First one passes. Second one fails. Third one fails.
Oh boy.
Roll your damage.
Oh boy, let's look at this. That's gonna be 5 poison directly to their hit points with no ablation.
Yeah, they start choking a bit, and they're not enjoying it. DeRoss, your turn.
Thank you. The side that Tab shot out was like past the rods. Are they still? They're still out there. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think DeRoss is just going to take aim with a pistol, and not much else that can be done from here, except there's just a lot of grousing now at Balzac. Like, this was your plan?
Fair enough. So they're about 10 meters away from you. So it's going to be a DV of 15 for you.
Let me check that math. Okay, it's 21.
That's a hit.
And the damage on that is 10.
It does not go through their SP, but you have an additional shot with your pistol.
All right. Yeah, I guess that'll be another. Is that another roll for the next shot, or is that okay? So that's a 20.
That's a hit.
Okay, and that's 13 points of damage.
That it meets its SP, but it does not exceed it. So, fortunately. And with that, Balzac, it's your turn.
So Balzac is going to look down. So there are 2 guys on one side, 2 guys on the other. One by the AV and one Balzac fucked up who's under the truck.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, so Balzac is going to reach into the golf bag. He's not going to reach for the one iron. He's going to pull out Betty, and he's going to drag this shotgun out with its extended barrel, and he's going to hold it up to the window to make sure that they see the 1950s pinup girl with Betty written across it in beautiful calligraphic script, and he's gonna point down over the window, and he's gonna say, "You should have brought more fucking guys."